quick though. I was scared as shit when I drove up. No, seriously. Let me tell you what my visual was like. I show up, it's pitch black. That's the first thing. I'm from Chicago, so lights are everywhere all the time, right? I hear voices. I see the flame things, the torches and all that, but I see like nothing else. I'm like, oh shit, this is a setup. I'm a freaking sacrifice. I'm way out, where are we, at Long Grove? I'm like, there's no black people out here. I'm like, no, but thank goodness, I didn't see y'all till I got inside though. Pitted smart. I only had to go a half block to safety, but I don't think I was making it. The blood was starting to run down my leg. I was earlier. I was home minding my own business, sitting in front of the TV, watching the Bulls versus Orlando, and for the first time this particular season, the Bulls were going to beat them. Okay, that's not true. I was playing Sega Genesis. It was Bulls versus Lakers. I hadn't beat the Orlando. Thorough guy. Very smart, very logical, very prudent. But he is a liar when it comes to saying we're going to be right back. It never happens. No, bro, I want to go back and finish this game. He said, we're going to play one game. That's it, and we'll be done. 6 games later, we're still on the court. I'm just giving my brother the evil eye the whole time. I said, okay, bro, we can get ready to go now. He said, sure. And there's a moment. There's always a moment where you should have left. There's always a moment where you should have left. And if you do it, you never know what happens. But more often than not, you don't leave. We didn't leave. And coming on the court was some known gangbangers. Quick South Side demographic as far as gangbanging goes. Exchange at 75th is the dividing line. Everybody to the west of that usually wore their hat to the left. Blackstones, Vice Lords, and such. Everybody to the east of it, to the right, Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples, etc. and so forth. And there was an easy truth that said everyone that lived across the west could come to the park and not stop anywhere in between. They could go and just go back. Babatunde, Leon, and some other Vice Lords were coming on the court. They smelled like a brewery. And immediately start talking trash. You need to know I'm an expert trash talker. All the time, no matter what it is. And so the game ensues, and we're playing by ones up to 16, and we immediately jump out, 14-2. And I'm just rattling off. You guys can't play. It starts with just basketball skills. It goes to relative references to genitalia. And then at some point I say to Leon, hey Leon, you've got to go somewhere else tonight to sleep. Your mom told me to tell you that. He says, what? What do you mean? I said, well, she wants me to come over. And when we're doing it, she doesn't want you to hear all the noises she makes. So she wants you to go somewhere else tonight. He says, what? I said, yeah, your mom really likes it. She's kind of nasty that way. Leon didn't take that too kindly. He takes the basketball and throws it upside my head. We've got full-on fisticuffs. At some point during this melee, there are more of them than it is us. My brother and I, again, like I said, are best friends. And with your best friend, you have non-verbal communication. My brother looks at me, I look at him, and we make 2 choices that we have to pick from. Number 1, we're going to stay and fight this out. Number 2, we're going to run. We choose number 2. My brother takes off, boom, like the flash. He's gone. It's an excellent shape. I'm a college student in a fraternity, and ribs, pizza, beer, whiskey are my normal diet. So I'm not that fast, never have been. So I take off. I go to South Shore Drive, which is the main street in our city, and I figure to myself, it's a Saturday, middle of the day, no one's going to chase me down the middle of the street. All of a sudden, you hear screeching tires, and someone yells, "We're going to get you, James!" I look back, there is a black and gold Pontiac Bonneville, the box one with the 4 doors, coming down the street. And I'm thrown off, not because of the car, because of the music they're playing. These thugs are playing Su Su Studio by Phil Collins. I'm like, what the kind of thugs are these? Phil Collins is my favorite artist. I don't know whether to stop and dance or just keep running. Bang, bang, bang. Changes my mind, makes my decision for me. I realize this is no longer trash talking. This is no longer fisticuffs and we're going to go home safely. These guys want to end me. I get to 78th Street. I make a right. It's a one-way going west. I go east. I go up on the embankment. I figure they're not going to come on the sidewalk to chase me. I'm wrong. They drive on the sidewalk. I run down the pathway in the park a little bit. I jump a fence. I hop another fence, and I jump into a basement. The door happens to be open, and I dip inside and I wait. I don't know how long I was down there, but I figured if I sat here long enough, they would keep going, go across, back to the track, the other side, and I would be safe. But the next thing you know, the door opens, the light comes on. The family of the house that I happen to be in the basement of comes in. The little boy says, "There's someone here." I said, "Whoa!" The father pulls out his gun. "What are you doing in my basement?" "Whoa, sir, no, sir, no. I'm not doing anything. Someone's chasing me. I'm not doing anything. I'll leave. I'm not doing anything in your house." I just keep repeating the same shit because I'm terrified. I'm like, no, I almost got shot twice. Oh, this is crazy. He said, "Son, do you want some help?" I said, "No, I apologize for coming in your basement. I'm going to leave." He says to me, like my father would say to me, he said, "Be careful, okay?" I said, "All right, thank you." And I take off. And I get back to South Shore Drive. Now you have to understand, all I have to do is get to 76 in Coles because they can't stop there. That's all I have to do. And now I am approaching 77th and South Shore Drive. They are nowhere in sight. I slow down and I think, I've got this made. And then again, now shout. Shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I look around and yes, that black and gold Bonneville is upon me. I start running again. Bang, 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 splat. I feel it. I've never been shot before in this moment. The warm feeling, the adrenaline. And I said, gee, I look down because I'm wearing shorts. There is white meat underneath all of this. I think I can keep running, but I'm wrong. I start to get weak. I can see 76 and South Shore Drive a few feet away. I get to telling myself I won't make it to 76 in Coles. Leon, Babatunde, and the rest of them pull the Bonneville over and get out and begin to stalk me. At this moment, a red Ford Temple comes screeching up. "Bro, get in!" It's my brother. He's ran to my cousin Zedric's house and got him. Sort of like Javier Bardem. I know I screwed his name up. In No Country for Old Men. I'm just slipping. And somehow or another I get in. My cousin drives straight across 76. So take me to South Shore Hospital. Fortunately, my dad is in the Army. He's got insurance. He bandaged me up and I come home and my dad says, "Well, Bobo, what happened? What were you doing?" I said, "I tried to dunk, Dad, and I fell down and it was just bad." He says, "Bobo, you don't play basketball anymore. Leave that to your brother." I said, "All right." I sat in there in my room, picked up my controller, I turned on the TV, I went to push the button, and of course the game was frozen. I reset the game and I took a deep breath and I even laughed a little bit at all that had transpired. And I guess Dorothy had it right. After all that, there is no place like home. Thank you. scar. It's right here. It's right there. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Still got it. My war wound, as it were. Y'all all right? Yeah. So, I don't know about anybody else. Let me switch up real quick. I'll forget it. Here we go. My parents were really strict. Dad was in the Army, my mom's a nurse. Imagine that shit. Imagine being in that type of household. Everything had to be folded a certain way. Everything had to be cleaned. You had to be in bed a certain time. Don't clap for that shit, because it was like, it was. My dad was the type of guy, you had to speak a certain way. So, what was unacceptable? Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, nah, unacceptable. No. He'd be like, what? I'd be like, wait a minute, you said don't say what? No, that's not what I meant. You know how dictators are. But I love it. But I always got a reprieve when I went to my grandma's. Oh, my grandma. Oh, my God. She was the best in the world. Like, run into her arms. She said, oh, come here, my Bobo. She's the one that gave me the frickin' name. And it came from this particular story here. One particular weekend, my parents dropped me off because they would both be working on Friday. And, of course, I was glad to see my grandma. She had Atari. I don't know how it was. For some reason, maybe she was a gamer on the low and didn't tell anybody. I just dated myself by saying Atari. But she had Atari in one particular room in her house. And I could go and play till she said, Bobo, it's time for bed. And I was like, wow, I never understood where that name came from. But it was grandma, so I figured, okay, I'd answer to it. Saturday came and grandma said she wanted to make brownies. And grandma made the best brownies. She made them from scratch, but she had several bars of Hershey's with almonds that we would just take and put into the batter, and she let me stir it and lick the spoon. And I would always ask her, Grandma, can I have a brownie now? She said, no, Bobo. You know you cannot have treats before dinner. She had a few rules. No treats before dinner. Don't ever touch the Kool-Aid more than 2 cups because her Kool-Aid should have been called diabetes. It was just, if you've ever seen House Party, when the little boy is pouring the frickin' sugar in there, just pouring that shit in there, I could have sworn that was grandma's Kool-Aid, but no one cared because the shit was delicious. And number 3 was, don't ever interrupt her while she's watching her favorite sports team of all time, the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, I'm a White Sox guy myself, so I feel you. And this is when they were bad. Like, this is like Ivan DeJesus, Rick Russell. Like, they were bad. So it's Saturday, we finished making the brownies. My grandma set it's a doubleheader that day. She's sitting in front of the TV, and immediately they're playing the Dodgers. And this is when the Dodgers were really great. I mean, they're not bad now, but they're getting their butts kicked by Boston. But they were really great. And it's like 8-0 in the second inning or something. I'm like, Grandma, can we find something to watch on TV? She said, shh. Why don't you go play at something? You know the Cubs are on. I said, Grandma, they're losing really bad. Shh. Get out of my face, Bobo. I said, okay, Grandma, fine. And I went outside and played for a few hours and what have you, came on back. Grandma, can I get a brownie now? She said, Bobo, what did I tell you? Not before dinner, and the Cubs are on. So I go up front to where Grandma is. They're down 13-1. I'm like, Grandma, they're not coming back. And she's like, oh, if I tell you one more, I said, okay, Grandma, I'm going. I went into the kitchen, and I was getting ready to go, I don't know, to get my first cup of Kool-Aid, and something said, Bobo! I looked around. Who said that? Because it's only me and Grandma in the house. Who said that? Bobo, over here! I'm looking around. I can't see you. Where are you? Over here! It's the brownies! I said, oh! And I ran up front. Grandma! The brownies were screaming at me. And she says, Bobo, what did I tell you? The Cubs are now down 15-1. She said, I'm watching this game. It's very intense. I said, Grandma, they're getting slaughtered. What do you mean? She says, do not come up here again. We're talking about some talking brownies. well, go talk to the brownies then, Bobo. I'm like, really? She said, yeah. I said, okay. So I go on in the back. I walk to the brownies. I walk up to the brownies and say, hello? And the brownie says, hey. I said, you're not talking. I said, well, why are you talking to me, Bobo? I said, how do you know my name? I said, well, we've heard your name over and over again. Don't you want a taste of the brownies? I said, no. Grandma said I can't have a brownie before dinner. She said, oh, just a little piece, a teent. I said, what's a teent? They said, a little bit. I said, okay, maybe a little bit. And I cut a teent. I still don't know what the fuck a teent is. But I cut a teent like this big, and I take it, and I feel the chocolate. I said, oh my God, this is delicious. And the brownie said, don't you like it? And I said, yeah. And the brownie said, well, have some more. I said, no, I can't. Grandma, get me. He said, well, take another teent. I said, okay, and I cut another teent. And he said, you want more, don't you? I said, And I cut a teent, and then a bigger teent, and then a bigger teent, and 3/4 of the brownie plate are gone. And I'm like, brownies, what are we gonna do? The brownies don't say shit. Brownies, where are you? Nothing. My grandma, Bobo, what are you back there doing? Nothing. So I'm panicking. I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't want to get a whooping. Because in black families, sometimes they whoop you more than once. You get a whooping for wherever you did the thing at, and then you go home, you get another whooping. You might get 3 because mama and daddy. I had a 2-parent household, so they might get both of that shit. Oh, I gotta do something. I said, okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. So I started taking the crumbs and I started building them up. To fill in the blanks. I started building them crumbs up. And I looked at them. I was like, she'll never know. She'll never know that I ate these brownies. And so I said, okay, all right, that's good. And I went up front. The Cubs game was over. My grandma liked Westerns as well. There was some Western. Channel 9 used to always play Westerns. And she's watching them. And she's sitting there. And she says, Bobo. I said, ma'am. She says, from now on, I want you to do something for me. I said, yes, ma'am. I mean it when I say no treats before dinner. It's okay. I totally understand that. She says, Bobo. I said, yes, ma'am. Go wash the brownies off your face. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, Grandma? She says, yes, Bobo. I said, did the Cubs win? She said, get the hell out of my face. Thank you. Effing right. I'm one of those people, I love the White Sox so much. I'm one of those people that when the Cubs get knocked out, I secretly, I'm like, yes. I'm sorry, I gotta tell the truth. I grew up white, because the White Sox always gave out free tickets. You had straight A's, they gave out free tickets. And this, I go back to I'm dating myself again, I go back to when it was Comiskey. I go back to that.
It's still Comiskey.
It's still Comiskey, you're right. Guaranteed rate field. What kind of stupid shit is that? That don't even sound right. Guaranteed. That sounds like something that should be in San Francisco, not in Chicago. Wrigley hasn't changed. It's the same shit. Same crappy field. You ever been to Wrigley? Anybody? Yeah. Like, it's a great experience sitting in all that stuff, but the freaking bathrooms, there's this one giant trough. And you're like, what the? What kind of barbaric shit is this? What is he at? He done faded in. He scared the shit out of me when he showed up. Look, he came outside to greet me. And I'm not scared. I'm from the south side of Chicago, so not a whole lot unnerves me. That shit did, because his eyes lit up. I was like, wait, hold on. We've been having conversations for days now. You didn't tell me this is what you were going to do. You were going to be on. So, all right. These next stories that I'll close out with, they're linked together. So, I'll just go through them both together. You all right? Why is he yawning? What the hell is that? Am I not entertaining? Why? I do that. I'm a bit of a prick. Don't pay no attention to me. You've been on TV a few times. You're like, oh my God, why is he not entertaining? I'm just doing that. I did it to a lady one time. I said, why? What are you doing? She says, what? I caught her totally off guard. I did. Because I'm a prick. No, I am. I'm telling you, once you get on TV does that. Anybody ever watch Chicago Fire? Anybody? No? Okay, forget it. Never mind. I can't even brag about shit now. Y'all don't even watch. What do y'all be doing? Y'all probably be doing some dumb shit like working or some shit like that.
Playing some Candy Crush.
Candy Crush? Wow. Don't admit that out loud. if you had said Xbox or PlayStation, I'd be like, oh yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Candy Crush. That's still a thing?
No, that's not what I do. That's what they do.
That's what you, okay. You were just speaking for other people.
I think for other people.
Yeah, right.
I play some Madden.
At the end of my 5th grade going to 6th, my dad called me into the room. Now the thing about this was, my dad and my mom were old school parents, and they figured they only had to call you one time and you answered. At the time, I was playing Asteroids on Atari, and I was reaching 1,000,000 points. So when my dad called me, Bobo, I acted like I didn't hear him, because I was only a few points away from 1,000,000. And I'm still playing, I'm playing. And then he said it again. Now, peeps, when parents like mine say, I'm only supposed to call you one time, the second time could very well be the end of your existence. So the next time my dad says, Bobo, I said, I felt my heart right in my mouth. I dropped the controller with, of course, boom. Yeah, Dad? Bobo, we're transferring you to schools. I said, yes! I was going to Holy Angels. I was going to St. Bride's Catholic too at the time, and I really wanted to transfer to Holy Angels, the most popular school at the time. And I was like, yes. He says, well, I'm glad you're so excited. I didn't think you would going to Bradwell. Bradwell was the worst public school to go to on the south side of Chicago. It was like a giant warehouse. I said, wait, what? He said, yeah, we gotta cut back, and they cut back my hours of work and blah, 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 blah. I didn't hear anything else. Shit sounded like Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah. I didn't hear anything. I said, oh, okay. All right. And I went back to my room. You have to understand, going to private Catholic school, there were 12 to 15 in the class. Transferring to Bradwell, there were now 25, 30 plus in the class. If the teacher knew your name, that was a heck of a feat. The only thing you had to worry about in Catholic school were the nuns. Make sure you know your catechism, make sure your uniform is clean and pressed, make sure you were on time to class, and never ever talk. Don't even think about talking, don't even look like you were talking, and you were fine. Bradwell was different. The kids, they must have ate and drank stuff differently to me because they were like giants. It felt like being a beagle in Jurassic Park. So my mom, to make me feel more comfortable, she did something that she only used to do on field trips. She made my lunch every day. She'd get a brown paper bag and she'd make 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches cut down the middle. She'd give me an apple, a pear, some sort of fruit, a chocolate chip cookie, and 25 cents for chocolate milk. At the time, I'm in the 6th grade. I don't know what love is, but I watched The Love Boat every Saturday. And they described what love was. If that's the case, I love chocolate milk. It's the bestest thing ever. At 12:05 every day, myself and the rest of the 6th graders would come down and we do what 6th graders do. We talk about all the homework we have. Look forward to a weekend, laugh, joke, and sometimes trade our lunches. Till about 12:25. He would come. He was Eric. Eric Bradley. Eric the bully. And his favorite thing to eat at lunch is whatever you had in your lunch bag. He had 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches cut down the middle. That was his favorite sandwich. An apple, a pear, some sort of fruit. That was his favorite fruit. A chocolate cookie, his favorite cookie. But his favorite thing was chocolate milk. So he picked on one 6th grader in particular. Me. One day, I decided, my mom didn't give me 25 cents for Eric to drink chocolate milk. She gave it to me. So I'm going to drink this milk. And I did, and it was delicious. Circle forward, 3:10 p.m. I look across at Eric sitting 2 rows away from me, and he gives me the universal sign that he's going to beat me up at 3:15. At 3:12 p.m., I look across at Eric sitting 2 rows over. He again gives me the universal sign he's going to beat me up at 3:15. But at 3:14, something strange happens. When I look across at Eric sitting 2 rows over, I give him the sign that I'm going to beat him up at 3:15. And this is strange because Eric has failed the 6th grade twice. And during that time, he's incurred a mutant growth spurt that has made him 6'2", somewhere around 187 pounds. He's a giant among all us 6th graders. It's now 3:14:55. I put my Batman book bag over my shoulder. I take one last look at Eric. I look at the teacher, 56, 57, and boom, I'm out of my chair. Out the door, down 1 flight, 2 flights, 3 flights of stairs, and I'm out the door. And I've gotten away from the bully. But as I told you, Eric has failed the 6th grade twice. He's bigger, stronger, and faster than the rest of us 6th graders, and he's right behind me. As we get to 78th Street, I make a right, he's right behind me. As I make a left in the alley, he's right behind me. I jump over into Mrs. Spencer's yard, and today of all days, her Doberman Pinscher is free. I somehow evade the dog and get over to the other side of the fence, back on Saginaw, and I stop a moment to catch my breath and say a silent prayer. Lord, please let the dog eat Eric. But as I said, Eric has failed the 6th grade twice. He's bigger, stronger, and faster than the rest of us 6th graders. He's easily the best athlete in our school, so he jumps over the fence, kicks the dog, and he's back right behind me on Saginaw, where I see in the distance the greatest woman I have ever known, standing in front of our house, my mother, and she's smiling and waving. And I'm thinking, yes, I'm alive, I'm saved. Telepathically, I send my mother a message. I say, Mom, could you stop smiling and waving and do something? Don't you see this monster that's failed the 6th grade twice who wants to beat me up because I didn't give him my chocolate milk? Ma, help! My mother continues to smile at me, oblivious to my plight. I am on my own. Sometimes in Chicago, the streets are messed up, potholes and such. And sometimes the sidewalks reflect the streets. That's how it is on Saginaw. It's rained for the last couple of days, so it's like a giant moat in front of me. To avoid getting anything on my school clothes, I go through the grass. Eric sees his opportunity, runs, but he trips, falls, boom, splash, falls. I keep running. I keep running. In situations like this, there are jackals disguised as other children. They don't say anything, they don't do anything. They don't call for help, they don't help themselves, they just laugh at whoever they think is losing at the time. I'm still running. So I get to where my mom is, and I turn around and Eric is rising from the water. We lock eyes, and we realize 2 things in that moment. Number 1, Eric realizes that he will never again drink my chocolate milk. And number 2, I realized that in order for that to be true, there will be days I will have to get beat up, or do like I did today, and run from the bully. Thank you. Are y'all okay? Are you all right? You all right? Okay.
How are you?
I'm fucking awesome. I'm here with y'all beautiful people tonight, out here in the place. You gotta understand my methodology of stuff. I enjoy life. I'm one of those dudes that when I get up in the morning, I'm winning all day. And everything else happens that is just gravy on. So it's good to be here with y'all. I ain't never seen none of y'all before, and it's good to interact with y'all. I'm gonna close out with the revenge. We good? We cool? I'm gonna close out with this. All right. Thank y'all for being so attentive. Yeah. I want to sip this beer though real quick. I like to drink. I'm that guy. I do.
We all like to drink.
There's a lot of those.
You're on your right party.
Exactly. I like that. Two black guys, several broken glasses that are held together by tape or crazy glue, a busted lip, two busted lips, including the top and the bottom, wedgies. And I didn't think black guys gave other black guys wedgies, but I'm the truth that it happened. 7, 8, 9, and this would be the 10th parent-teacher conference. My parents sitting behind me, wanting justice, having gotten none, resigned to the fact that they would never get any. His parents, he being Eric the bully, his parents saying, oh, well, they're just playing, it's just rough housing. I'm currently sporting a black eye and my glasses are taped together by black electrical tape. Dr. Johnson, our grandiose principal, saying, gentlemen, we cannot have this behavior at our school. Shake hands and apologize. And we shake hands and Eric, towering over me, says, I'm sorry, James. To which I nod, roll my eyes, and I get ready to walk away. He said, James, where are you going? I said, well, he apologized. I thought we were done. We could go. He said, well, apologize to Eric. Until this day, I have no idea why I'm apologizing, but I'm a good Lutheran kid. I say, I apologize, Eric, and he smirks. It's close to lunchtime, 12:05, so we head toward the lunchroom, and Eric, to prove the sincerity of his apology, punches me in the jaw and runs off cackling like the Joker. Jennifer Lopez's movie about domestic violence won't come out for a couple of decades, but I have had enough. And I started to enact my plan that I've been working on. I go to the lunchroom and sit with the rest of the sixth graders, and they do what they're doing, they're talking and laughing and cackling and whatever. And I'm just sitting, watching for the door, waiting, looking at my watch, waiting. And at 12:25, as he has for the last few days, last few weeks, last few months, he comes through, he makes a beeline for me, Eric the bully. The hum in the lunchroom, anticipation of this conflict, is something similar to LeBron or Kobe or Jordan tapping the ball and stealing it, and no one's in front of them, and you know a sports and a highlight is coming. But today they will be disappointed, because as soon as Eric gets within a few feet of me, I stand up and I say, hey, here's my chocolate milk. You can have it from now on. These sixth graders around me have never aided me in this conflict, never done anything, but the sigh of disappointment is palpable. I sit back down and he smacks me upside my head. I said, you better have, punk. I just nod. At 12:35, as she always does, Mrs. Beasley, our teacher, comes and retrieves us, girls on the left, boys on the right, and heads us up to the second floor where the sixth grade classrooms are. When we get close to the classroom, I jump out of line, Mrs. Beasley, I need to go to the bathroom. I really have to go really bad. And she says, James, you got to hurry up because you don't have a pass. And I run off because I really have to go. I don't have to go. The middle stall, no one uses it because it floods. I take it, I close the door behind me, I step on the stool and I wait. And at 12:46, like he has every day for the last few weeks, last few months, Eric comes through. How do I know it's him? Because he has on a pair of purple Converse All-Stars with gold strings through them. And I can see him through there. And he takes the stall to my left. And for the next couple of minutes, the most horrible sounds and terrible smells come from that stall. I have never smelled brimstone. But I have been to Gary, Indiana, and New Jersey, and you put that shit together, that's what that smells like. Flush. Finally, he's done. I can breathe. And he goes towards the faucet, and I hear the faucet come on. I said, gee, Eric washes his hands? I step off the stool, and I remove a rubber ducky from my foot. For those of you who don't know, my dad, as I told you, was in the Army. He swears by the Army-Navy surplus store. A rubber ducky is a giant boot. It's waterproof, snowproof, coldproof, and you can usually fit another shoe inside of it with a plastic bag, and it's heavy. I step out of the stall, and just as Eric getting ready to turn around, wham! Wham! And he's done. It's over. Or so I think. Eric looks up at me and smirks. And he starts to stand. And I realize it's not over. If he gets to his feet, I'm done. So I swing the boot downward. Over, over, over again. Until maroon substance started to come from his forehead. Wailing, sobs come from his voice. He is not a monster. He is simply a boy who failed the 6th grade twice and incurred an incredible growth spurt. He can be hurt. And so I have to hurt him. Why? Because not only has he hurt me, he's hurt others like me. He's terrorized others like me, and no one did anything. So I had to. At some point in the wailing, someone pulls me off. Someone's hands are on my shoulders. I recognize one particular pair of hands because on the left hand, Mrs. Beasley had just gotten engaged. I know the ring. Come on, James. Let him go. Come on, James. And I get close enough to Eric, but the fear is etched on his face, and I say the words I learned in social studies. There are 2 of them. Never again. Never again. I wound up in the principal's office, the vice principal's office, Mrs. Anderson. And she says, James, why didn't you ask for help? You know, fighting isn't a way to solve anything. Staring straight ahead like I was a character in a horror movie. My mom next to me, having to come up for the 2nd time today. I said, you know, I asked for help. So I did it myself. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. It's out all day.
My work does a lot of CRA hours.